Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Saints take over at their own 26-yard line.
Second out. Green 80. Check 12, 12, 12.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a draw play, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check 99. Check 99. 12, 12.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
He can't hang. He's not going to give me.
They'll try the air now with Locke. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third?
11, 11, 11. Monday. Bravo.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go with McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out of the gun, Locke. Man open, it's Goodwin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
That's another
Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
390! Rabbit! Mexico!
Kill! Hey, turn it up!
12. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Hey, wahoo! 57.
On first and 10, Locke. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22.
Check 43.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go, D.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Watch the pass.
Smooth. 57's Mike.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long... 12.
Check Mike 57. Mike.
A shotgun snap for Love. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. They snap it to Locke. And Ingram holds it in. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. On the ground, this is Kamara. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. 6-0 our score after 1. Badgley now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Big 8. Out.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Whip. Whip, whip. Watch the whip.
Watch that, watch that, watch that.
They're coming.
Chubb on the counter.
Come on, come on.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there. A big gain.
20. Switch up.
Check six, guys.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
Come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Show an A. Show an A.
52.
A give to Smith out of the gun. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26.
Here we go. Here we
A
go.
big run there. 29 yards and a first.
I can't help but laugh. And the only reason is anytime the backup breaks a big one like that, he's going to be hard to deal with in film, wanting to know why he's not getting
Poor
so much credit.
That's what he's thinking. Great carry there.
Check
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Set. 180.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
8. 8. Express. What do you want? 61.
On 2nd and 12. Newton. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Gun.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Back. Check 13. Check 13.
Express. I got motion, man. Me. I got this. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4".
Out of the gun, Newton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Check tight. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
We ain't get. Hey, exit.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, Haywood!
Throwing on third down, left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
8! All right. Great.
Hey, let's get this. Hey, check 24. Check off. Hey, check Mike.
Now it's Newton.
Line 54.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike 57.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
2nd and 10, Luck again. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get him a tight end candidate.
Here's Lott. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Get ready.
Alarm.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball?
Mike, check.
Hey, orbit.
Here we go.
Luck throwing again. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Luck gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
59. Watch the screen. Pass.
Hey, check.
Mike 5'9". Not here.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
From the gun on third down, Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Cameron Jordan picks up his second sack of the afternoon. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper
You
play.
ain't going nowhere.
But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
It's our time.
A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A run for Nick Chubb. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play that time out of Chubb. 43 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Newton. He's got it. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Tyler Higbee, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Running with Kamara. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. On to stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Go!
On 2nd and 7, Luck. A short throw to Ingram. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
You ain't going nowhere.
57. Mike, 57. I'm coming.
11.
Hey, Charlie.
57's Mike.
From the gun, here's Locke. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line.
Coming to you.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped, but fortunately the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. Now a first down carry, it's Kamara. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
12.
He wasn't ready.
On 2nd and 7, Luck under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Nick Vigil. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Bring it.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
I'm coming, baby.
Hey, check.
57. Mike.
3rd and long, it's Locke. A short throw to Ingram. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
Mike's 59.
12.
Here we go on 4th. Luck. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Marquise Goodwin. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Pick it up, D.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Watch 54. 65.
Newton now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, here's Newton. He wants it all, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're racing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch who draw corkers.
Take 4.
12.
On first down, it's long. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because of the zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
I know you feel that.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Newton. This is caught inside the 15. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line again, 4th quarter. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
And that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded. That's
fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Hey, Delta.
I got you, punk.
Mike's 57.
Here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
57's the mic. Watch 57. All day, punk.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. Luck now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st down. Luck, he's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Luck. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try to draw now with Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's see what you got.
Now it's Newton. Now he'll let it go deep left, and this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
8. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Check.
Now Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 4 yards out. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Under crunch. Check 31.
Check. Motion. Hey, check motion.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary.